Hello everyone, this is the Prussian Prince with another Total War Attila tournament match cast, and this is the Championship of Russia Group Stage 1, Group 1. And in this particular tournament, at least in this group stage, you have 5 players per group, and I'm playing against Miv here. The 5 players in the group are, well, obviously me and Miv. You have Arctic Shieldbreaker, Legend, and Elrond Smith. And the interesting thing is, you actually have, all of the players have a faction pool, and as soon as they use that faction in a game, they are not allowed to use it throughout the rest of the stage. So you have to be really careful with how you choose your factions. Anyway, so yeah, I'm playing as Miv here, and in the first game, I'm playing as the Saxons and he's playing as the Danes. I suppose I'm slightly favored, but since I am Saxons, I guess, but I'm not really using much that the Saxons have besides heroic cavalry. Anyway, time to go over my build. So I have the Nordic Raid Leader Bronze 3 Gen with Brace. I have on the right flank, looks like 3 heroic cav Bronze 1, and on the left, I believe 3 heroic cav Bronze 1. In terms of skirmishers, well, I have a lot of them actually. I have, I believe, 6 Nordic hurlers and a Nordic bow. I also have a lot of axe units. Looks like 2 Nordic axe warriors on the right and like 4 axe warriors on the left, Bronze 1. As for Miv, who again is the Danes, he has a Nordic Raid Leader Bronze 1 with Warcry. Then he has, looks like, 2 Nordic Horse Lords Bronze 1 on the left. 4 Nordic Horse Lords Bronze 1 on the right. Well, 2 in the center, kind of, I guess. As for skirmishers, looks like he only has Nordic bows, and I believe 4 of those, indeed. He does actually have some swords in the center. It's 3 Herdmen Bronze 1. As for his axes, 2 axe warriors on the left, and 2 axe warriors behind his main line, and then 2 axe warriors on the right flank. So, very interesting composition, but in terms of man count, as you can see, we both have the same. But here I'm already targeting his axe warriors because I know I can do a lot of damage to them with bows. And here, as you can see, I have my Nordic hurlers, and I'm pushing up a bit too far actually with my hurlers here. This is very weird what I'm doing. And yeah, I should be targeting his bows honestly here. I could easily kill them though. Here, as you can see, doing some damage to the axe warriors. Again, moving up very close with my hurlers. I have no idea what I'm doing here. Looks like I'm gonna pull back now, but I am doing some very strange things. As you can see here, he has more cavalry than me on this flank. Well, no, not quite. So here I'm actually gonna get into his axe warriors with this heroic cavalry. This is kind of good for me, but now I'm doing friendly fire to my own heroic cav. Here I'm actually gonna get the cav charge off, but my heroic cavalry looks like should be able to win that. But here come my Nordic axe warriors. I get them in here, but not against his axes though. Here I'm gonna be able to stop the cav charge with my hurlers, and then gonna go in after. But here he does a very nice move, rear charges my axe warriors. That is very good for him. Here I charge his center very nicely, and then I'm going to immediately disengage. But the units are not actually disengaging. And okay, looks like, yeah, there is definitely desync here, because I actually got out with my cavalry without losing as much, and they got stuck a little bit more over here in his cav. But anyway, as you can see, my left flank suddenly not looking good, and even though I activated Headhunt here and I'm gonna get my general in, I'm gonna try and get the Nordic axe warriors in here to attack the rear of his horse lords, but that's not gonna be a good trade for me. Here I'm gonna charge in with axe warriors against his axe warriors, but looks like we have the exact same amount of men remaining. Here I'm gonna get a pretty good cav charge off, considering that his went into a hurler. I'm stopping a lot of his units here with this hurler, but it's not enough at this point. And I'm doing, I mean, I could be mopping up this side, but the thing is, he's got these horse lords and this axe warrior, which is going to be a huge problem for me. Now he comes for a huge cav charge, destroying all my men there. On the right flank, as you can see here, my heroic cavalry getting destroyed by axe warriors and Nordic horse lords. In the center, my heroic cavalry is alive and has killed a lot, but still, Now this Horse Lord not getting the best charge off, though killing still some Axe Warriors, which is annoying for me. I've got this Heroic Cavalry, which looks like I'm going to engage in here. And I'm getting straight into the Herdman and connecting with a couple of these Nordic Raid Leader as well. But I do just absolutely destroy this Herdman. Though the thing is, I have no follow-up. And on my left flank, as you can see, my general is dying soon. As for my right flank, it's pretty much gone. Here I'm trying to get a rear cav charge onto his Nordic Axe Warriors, and I mean, it's pretty good, but it's not effective enough. As you can see here, he just has a lot more units left than me. And as you can see here, my general is soon going to end up falling. He is fighting. Ooh, and that decapitation. So many decapitations in this game right now. It is insane. So here we go, another axe throw. Ooh, the axe is just very, very insane. And as you can see here, it's pretty much over. So let's just fast forward it to the end. And this game has not gone very well for me at all. Let's look at the statistics. So my raid leader got a lot of kills. Axis got some kills, but compared to his Axis, did not get as many kills at all. My hurlers did better than his bows, I guess you could say, but his horse lords did fine and better than some of my heroic cavalry, which shouldn't really happen. But anyway, that is game 1, so I'll see you in game 2. This is the second game of my match against VM's Miv. And not sure if I mentioned, but each match is 3 games. Not best of 3, not best of 5. So I'm going to mention it now. So whatever happens, we're going to play this game and then another one after that. So let's go over the composition. So I'm playing as Burgundians, and Miv is the Allans this time around. Let's go over my build, but clearly Burgundians are favored in this matchup. So I have Burgundian Guard Bronze 1 with Brace. That looks like 6 Burgundian Axemen right in front of him. Then I have, I believe, 6 Royal Lancers. Indeed, that is the case. Up front, 2 Germanic Bows, and a lot of these Germanic Archers. 3, 4, 5 Germanic Archers. Now, for Miv, who again is the Allans, he has a Germanic Nobles General with Warcry. Then he has an interesting mix of cav units. So let's see. Nobilani are banned in discernment, by the way. But anyway, on his right flank, 2 Elite Sarmatian Cataphracts. No, 1 Elite Sarmatian Cataphract Bronze 1, with a Sarmatian Cataphract Bronze 1, and a Noble Germanic Horseman Bronze 1. On the left flank, looks like basically the same thing. In terms of his skirmish contingent, you can see a bunch of Germanic Hurlers, 5 in total, and 2 of these Germanic Pikes supporting them. And then we have on the left flank, let's see, 2 Elite Agathyrsi Warriors with the Sarmatian Warband Bronze 3. On the right flank, we have basically the same thing, I suppose, and those would be the builds. So already I have a skirmish advantage, and I have an infantry advantage, and I have a cav advantage. So what could possibly go wrong? Well, the only thing he has that I don't have would be those Sarmatian, those pikes, I mean. So we'll see how this is going to end up going for me. As you can see, I'm already starting to target his pikes. And now the bows here, I mean, they're quite fine for me. I don't care if they die, because they're just 100 cost bows, and I'm just targeting his pikes. He's actually pulling back now, but I've done some damage to them, even though it's just a bit, it's still some damage, so I guess it's kind of important. But anyway, let's see how it's gonna go. But right now I'm hitting his pikes and also killing some of his hurlers, by the way, so that's important. I'm also shooting with precision shot. The spike unit is just gonna go down so quickly as I'm focusing it with all my units, but my bows are gone off the field. And as you can see, these hurlers used so much ammo to kill them. Now I'm going to kite back though, still using precision shot onto this Germanic pike. And as you can see here, it's taking so much damage. I wonder if I'm using heavy shot or just standard, because both would work. And standard would actually be okay, as they have just 8 armor and they would die very quickly. And I think, I guess I might be using standard. And I'm even hitting the hurlers behind the unit because of the overshooting I suppose. So yeah, my archer's getting a lot of kills here. Though he does get a nice cav charge here into my Germanic bow, but in doing so, I'm just gonna start firing this noble Germanic horseman with a lot of units. And I guess we're gonna have an engagement soon. And here I make a massive mistake with the Royal Lancers. No cav charges whatsoever by me. Because I honestly don't expect him to attack here. I have 4 axemen, I have 3 Royal Lancers. Why would he attack here? But regardless, he did, and now he is destroying my Royal Lancers because I didn't countercharge. And that is a massive, massive mistake by me, actually. And at this point, I would go as far as saying that the game is basically won. And somehow, he killed so many of this Burgundian Axeman unit. I'm not quite sure why. I'm gonna send in this Burgundian Axeman. I guess it must be the Germanic hurlers that are getting the kills. But anyway, right here, as you can see, the Royal Lancers are trying to fight, but they didn't really get the best charge off. So at this point, it's just looking horrible for me in this particular game, and I'm like, oh my, at this point. Like, am I really gonna die with Burgundians? And I guess the answer is yes, because it's looking very bad for me. Though, this is a very nice rear charge that I'm doing with the Burgundian Axemen, but at this point, all the units over here are falling. I'm losing my right flank. It's not looking great at all there. Whoops, have to type. Anyway. Over here, as you can see, my axemen chasing his elite Sarmatian cataphracts, but they've taken so much damage, and he might still focus them. So here I'm trying to get a cav charge off onto his spikes, but I believe I missed with the order. And now I can't actually even get a cav charge off because the hurlers are in my units. My axemen here are going to soon rout off the field. My axemen here not doing great. I mean, I'm going to be able to take care of these units, but it's taking way too much time for me to do that. Finally, I mopped up that side of the flank, but just he has a lot more units left on the field. I've still got some Royal Lancers, which could be very nice for me, and I'm going for some rear charges here. I don't know why I'm taking so long to rear charge those units. I still have this nice unit that can go in, and he is gonna get a pretty nice infantry charge here into my Burgundian Axemen. Looks like those Burgundian Axemen are routing off the field. That's pretty bad for me. Now I'm gonna stop this noble Germanic horseman with archers. But the thing is, yeah, I've broken through on my left, and that's very nice for me. But I've got this Royal Lancer, which I'm not quite sure what to do with. This Royal Lancer has taken a lot of damage, and okay, I guess I'm gonna rout these 2 skirmishers. That's pretty good for me. But the thing is, I have to chase his general. He still has this elite Sarmatian cataphract, and I'm losing. He lost his noble Germanic horseman. It's great for me, but I lost my Burgundian axeman here. I'm getting my Royal Lancers out of the fight, but the thing is, he's focusing so nicely with the Germanic hurlers, destroying my cavalry. As you can see, this unit's basically gone right now. And sadly for me, this unit came back, and a lot of my units are wavering right now and could rout, but here I'm doing a very nice job focusing this elite Sarmatian cataphract, and it's just going to go down with that rear shot as well. And now I'm pulling back my Germanic archers. I've got my Burgundian axemen here in the fight, but as you can see, they're losing against these elite Agathyrsi. Trying to get my Royal Lancers here in the fight, but Burgundian Axemen not looking good either. I've got my General here, which I'm not sure whether to engage or not. I guess not because of the situation. Here I'm getting a really bad cav charge off, actually, because I'm slowed down. This is a terrible cav charge, and now I'm going to get shot in the rear. My Royal Lancers, that is. Here I'm trying to kite, but this unit I think will rout soon. Looks like no, he's just going to stop chasing. So here, I'm in a really bad shape right now. But honestly, had I gotten the Royal Lancer charges in on my left flank, this game would have been won by now, because it is kind of close. So here I'm getting a pretty good cav charge off onto the Sarmatian warband, and I'm gonna disengage and probably lose the whole unit in the process. Actually, no, not the whole unit. So here I've got my Burgundian guard in the fight. It's gonna kill the Sarmatian warband, but I mean, at this point he still has his gen. I'm trying to go around with the Burgundian axemen, but I'm not gonna rout off this pike unit. And my general's soon going to die as I engage him. I'm getting a nice cav charge off into the elite Agathyrsi to stop it. But here my axemen are going to fall to the Germanic nobles. There's just too many units here and elite Agathyrsi support. I'm trying to kill his general with my archers, but at this point not looking great. The Burgundian guard almost going to rout these 2 units. Looks like I did rout off the pike, and I'm routing off the Sarmatian warband. But my general is dead, so this unit routs. These units all chain rout off the field, and looks like that is going to be it. And now the elite Agathyrsi here are just mopping up my Royal Lancers with no problem. So Pretty close game at the end of the day, as you can see, despite me making some huge mistakes with the Royal Lancers. As you can see, some of them doing horribly, like 21 kills, 14 kills, and 41 kills. Probably the ones that were on that flank and did terrible. Maybe the 26 one too. But anyway, look at his stats on the Elite Accuracy. Wow. Some of my Axemen, well, some did okay. It looks like 1 unit, but other than that, this was pretty sloppy by me. But anyway, I shall see you in game number 3. This is the third game of the match. This time around, I'm playing as the Huns, and Miv is the Vandals. So this is just a really one-sided matchup, I suppose. I would definitely say that the Huns are favored against the Vandals. But anyway, let's go over the builds. So again, I am the Huns. I have Step Warlord Bronze 1 with Brace. Then I have a lot of these Noble Step Cataphracts. I actually have 6 Noble Step Cataphracts, 2 of which are on the left flank and have Bronze 1 upgrades. Up front, you can see that I have 5 Step Bows, and all the way in the back, 6 Warriors. And now for Miv, who again is the Vandals, we see that it has a Germanic Nobles General, Bronze 1 with Warcry. In terms of cavalry, well, we have an interesting cav contingent. Royal Suebi Cav Silver 2 on the left, with 2 Noble Germanic Horsemen, Bronze 1, 3 Bronze 1, 4 Bronze 1 actually, and then a Royal Suebi Cavalry on the far right, Silver 2. As for the skirmish contingent, let's see, 1 Germanic Hurler on each flank, and then 3 of these Germanic Bows in the center. Well, we actually do see 2 Germanic Pikes as well that he has brought. Then we have, looks like, how many Vandal Berserkers? 3, 4, 5, 6 Vandal Berserkers, and they are all Bronze 1. And yeah, that seems to be his build, so let's fast forward a little bit, get to the more interesting parts. But as you can see, I mean, I actually am pretty okay in the skirmish department, especially as I get the first shot off here. And I don't know why I'm trying to kite, because I have more, I have superior numbers. Well, not numbers, but I have better, I mean, if I just, I mean, I can win this even without kiting if I just do standard shot and just don't even need to focus fire, I think, against the Germanic Bows. But anyway, it looks like he's going to go for a huge flanking maneuver over here, so if I just try to attack here, while I had the chance maybe, with some supporting cavalry, I could probably do okay. If I just moved everything very quickly on my left flank. But anyway, we'll see. He's really moving these units around to face mine. But anyway, my cav is superior. Especially I have noble step cataphracts over his cavalry. I think his cavalry gets destroyed by noble step cataphracts, but I'm not. I obviously didn't test Royal Suebi cavalry, but I don't think they're that great. So here you can see me making a bit of a mistake. Actually, I'm moving up very far, trying to target his cav instead of targeting, like, let's say, other units like these Germanic Bows. And now my step bow is going to get destroyed without actually doing damage. But I'm trying to go for a lopside on this flank. Looks like the engagement started. So here I kind of stop his Royal Suebi Cav charge, which is great for me. And I'm gonna get with my Noble Step Cataphracts into this Vandal Berserker. Gonna do a lot of damage, but not the best charge actually. Still doing a lot of damage though. And now I should actually just pull out of this engagement and go in the back here. So I did get a charge here. I'm gonna pull out my Noble Step Cataphracts and engage this unit. As you can see, not engaging at all on this flank. I'm sending cavalry all the way over here, and he is first actually to do that, but I have an extra cav unit at this point, but not using it very well. I'm trying to get rid of this noble Germanic unit. War Warriors here tanking very well. Vandal Berserker is doing extremely well against War Warriors here, as you can see. I've got my general, which I'm not actually engaging right now. I should just be sending him around trying to go for the infantry. That would be the best course of action, and as he doesn't have any more cavalry units that are free. So here it looks like I misclick and I don't get the charge order. Again, same thing here, I misclick and don't get the charge order. So that was pretty bad by me, missing that charge order. And at this point, I'm trying to break through, but as you can see, my wars are done and routing. This war is not looking great, even though I'm frenzying. This cataphract not looking great. But here I've routed his cav here, but at this point, just this mass rout on my left flank just making things horrible for me. Now I have to disengage the Steppe Warlord. And this cav charge, as you can see, as it was not the best. It is going pretty badly for me. Here I'm gonna get a pretty nice cav charge though, but no, looks like the unit got stuck. Did not get the charge off. He does have an extra cav unit that he can send in. And he has his pike units. It looks like he's focusing my cataphracts here, which is a good move. And here he does actually stop this Noble Steppe cataphract of mine, which is great move by him. Now the Vandal Berserker is going around, and it looks like I'm gonna get a really nice cav charge into this Noble Germanic Horseman. It should rout, but it's not right now. He is getting Vandal Berserkers into the fight though, before I can actually mop up this unit, I guess. So that's really good for him, but I just don't have enough meat left, and these 3 ores are far away, whereas he's sending everything into this fight much quicker than I am. So now this cataphract is going to lose to his Noble Germanic Horseman, and my Noble Steppe cataphracts here looks like they are potentially going to get a pretty good charge off, but ooh, looks like no, not really going too well. Nice cav charge here into the rear of these Vandal Berserkers should kill a lot. I'm even sending in my general here for a cav charge, should do a lot as well. And getting a really nice cav charge off here against his Vandal Berserkers, so I'm kind of pulling this as much as I can into my favor, but I'm still losing my left flank. As you can see, the fact that these units are berserk just makes it very hard for me to do anything. I've lost my cav unit here, though I'm gonna kill off his Noble Germanic Horseman. No idea what I'm doing with my general, just chasing here. But it looks like I'm actually gonna get a really good cav charge off into this Vandal Berserker, as you can see, destroying it. But now my general is gonna potentially get stuck here and not do very well. I am gonna follow up with War Warriors. At this point, it's not looking as bad as it was, but here these Vandal Berserkers going into my general. My general's taking a lot of damage from all these fire arrows that he's throwing in. He still has some pike units left. I'm focusing this Noble Germanic Horseman, but at this point, as you can see, my general is dead. And that is huge because my units will start wavering and routing much quicker now. I am focusing this Noble Germanic Horseman, but now as you can see, War Warrior with 106 men already wavering because of the fire arrows. And now this cav charge is probably going to finish off this unit. I believe this war is now going to rout, especially due to my own fire arrows, so that's really bad for me. And I think at this point the game is pretty much over. Let's zoom in for some close-up action. As you can see here, the Ors fighting against the Vandal Berserkers. They should win against these guys, but I mean, there are going to be more units coming in. Oh, this is my War Warrior, but at this point, he's just going to have to just blob up all his units. I think he's even sending in his general, not like it matters, and he's just going to destroy all my Ors. Still focusing on his cav unit here, and killing a couple of the horses, but it's not really enough at this point. And that is game, so let's look at statistics. Wars in general doing horribly. My general getting some important kills, but still wasted. Noble Steppe cataphracts, they did not do as much damage as I wanted them to do. The Rolls Royce cavalry did really well, but again I missed some of my Noble Steppe cataphract charges because of move orders, and yeah, that is game and match. So Miv wins 3-0. Hope you all enjoyed. If you want to see more, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Share the video, and I shall see you next time.